Arrival in a new world. Alex had always dreamed of adventure. Ever since he was a child, he had read stories about distant galaxies, strange creatures, and amazing worlds. When he received an invitation to visit the Galactic Empire, he could hardly believe it. This was the chance of a lifetime. As his spaceship landed on the colorful planet of Zorith, Alex peered out of the window, his heart racing with excitement. The sky was a brilliant shade of purple, and the ground sparkled like it was covered in tiny gems. When the ramp of the spaceship opened, a warm breeze blew in, carrying the sweet scent of alien flowers. Alex took a deep breath and stepped onto the soft ground. He was greeted by a group of aliens, each more fascinating than the last. Some were tall and slender with shimmering skin, while others were short and round, with big bright eyes. They wore colorful clothing made of fabrics that glowed in the light. One alien stepped forward, a tall figure with flowing blue hair and bright green eyes. "Welcome, human," she said in a cheerful voice. "I am Lyra, your guide for today." Alex smiled and waved. "Hi, I'm Alex. It's great to be here." Lyra led Alex through the bustling streets of the capital city, Zorith Prime. Everywhere he looked, there were aliens of all shapes and sizes. Some flew through the air on small, hovering devices, while others walked or glided gracefully along the ground. Music filled the air, a joyful melody that made Alex want to dance. As they walked, Lyra explained the customs of her people. "In our culture, we celebrate diversity," she said. "We love to learn about each other's worlds. And we are very curious about humans." Alex chuckled, feeling a bit shy, but also proud. "I guess we are pretty interesting," he replied. They arrived at a large plaza, where colorful banners fluttered in the wind. A stage stood in the center, and many aliens were gathered to watch performances. Some were dancing, while others played unique musical instruments. Lyra pulled Alex to the front, and they found a spot to enjoy the show. As the performers entertained the crowd, Alex couldn't help but feel a sense of wonder. The colors, the sounds, and the energy around him were unlike anything he had ever experienced. He clapped along with the crowd, his heart full of joy. After the show, Lyra took Alex to a nearby cafe that served alien food. The menu was filled with strange dishes that looked both delicious and odd. Alex was nervous but eager to try everything. He ordered a glowing fruit drink and a plate of colorful snacks that bubbled as they were served. "Don't worry, you'll love it," Lyra encouraged him. As Alex took his first sip, the flavors burst in his mouth, refreshing and sweet. He grinned widely, feeling more at ease. "This is amazing," he exclaimed. Lyra laughed, her eyes twinkling. "I knew you would like it. There's so much more to explore." As they continued their tour, Alex felt a wave of happiness wash over him. He was in a new world filled with wonders, and he was ready to embrace every moment. Little did he know, this adventure was just beginning, and the real surprises were yet to come. The Galactic Empire was not just a place to visit. It was a world where friendships would blossom, and Alex would discover what it truly meant to be part of a larger universe. Cultural surprises. After his exciting arrival on the planet Zorith, Alex felt a rush of excitement as he prepared for more adventures. He had never met such unique beings before, and he was eager to learn about their cultures. Lyra, his alien guide, was ready to show him the best parts of the Galactic Empire. The next day, Lyra took Alex to a grand festival called the Festival of Colors. The streets were alive with activity, filled with laughter and joy. Brightly colored tents lined the pathways, each one offering something special. As they walked through the crowd, Alex's eyes widened at the vibrant sights and sounds around him. "Welcome to the Festival of Colors," Lyra exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. "Here, we celebrate our differences and share our traditions." They stopped at the first tent, where a group of aliens was painting their bodies with colorful designs. Alex watched in awe as they mixed bright paints and created intricate patterns. Lyra smiled at him. "Would you like to try?" Alex hesitated for a moment, but then nodded eagerly. "Sure, that looks fun." Lyra grabbed a brush and began to paint swirling patterns on Alex's arms. The cool paint felt strange against his skin, but he loved the way it looked. As she worked, Lyra explained the meaning behind each color. Blue represents friendship, green is for growth, and yellow symbolizes joy, she said. After getting painted, Alex looked in a nearby mirror and laughed. "I look amazing," he declared, admiring his new colorful design. Next, they moved to another tent filled with delicious smells. A sign above read "Galactic Treats." Inside, aliens were cooking strange but tasty-looking foods. The chef, a small creature with 3 eyes and a big smile, handed Alex a dish that looked like a glowing pancake topped with sparkling fruits. "Try this. It's called Luma Fruit Cake," the chef said enthusiastically. With a mix of curiosity and excitement, Alex took a bite. The flavors exploded in his mouth, sweet and tangy, making him smile. "This is incredible," he exclaimed, devouring the rest of the treat. As they continued their exploration, they stumbled upon a dance circle where aliens were teaching each other their traditional dances. Lyra pulled Alex into the circle, and he felt nervous but excited. "Just follow my lead," she said, grinning. Alex watched Lyra's movements, trying to mimic her graceful steps. The rhythm was infectious, and soon he was laughing and dancing along with the crowd. The alien dances were lively and filled with joy, and Alex felt a sense of belonging. After dancing, Lyra led Alex to a storytelling area where an elder alien shared tales of their ancestors. The stories were full of adventure, bravery, and wisdom. Alex listened closely, fascinated by the different worlds and challenges the aliens faced. "What an amazing culture," Alex said, feeling inspired. "You all have such rich traditions." "Yes," Lyra agreed, her expression serious. "We believe sharing stories helps us understand each other. It connects us." As the sun began to set, the festival transformed into a dazzling display of lights. Aliens set off colorful fireworks that lit up the sky, filling it with sparks of red, blue, and green. Alex stood in awe, feeling grateful for this incredible experience. "I never knew a festival could be so magical," he said to Lyra, his heart full of joy. Lyra smiled warmly. "This is just the beginning, Alex. There are many more surprises to come in our galaxy." With the beautiful lights overhead and laughter all around, Alex knew this journey would change him forever. He was learning not just about the galactic empire, but about friendship, culture, and the joy of connecting with others. A shocking offer. After an unforgettable day at the Festival of Colors, Alex returned to his cozy accommodations in Zoreth Prime, still buzzing with excitement. He had made new friends, tasted delicious food, and learned so much about the diverse cultures of the Galactic Empire. But little did he know that the next day would bring an even bigger surprise. The following morning, Lyra invited Alex to a gathering with many alien girls from different species. "It's a fun event where we share stories and play games," she explained with a twinkle in her eyes. Alex felt a mix of excitement and nervousness, but agreed to join. When they arrived, Alex was amazed by the sight. The gathering took place in a large open space decorated with bright banners and colorful cushions. Alien girls of all shapes and sizes were chatting, laughing, and preparing for the day's activities. Some had skin that sparkled like stars, while others had unique features like extra arms or glowing tattoos. "Welcome, Alex," the girls cheered as he entered. Their cheerful voices filled the air, and Alex felt a warm flush of welcome. Lyra led him to a central area where they would start the event. As the games began, the girls invited Alex to join in various activities, from tug-of-war to dancing. He laughed and played, feeling more relaxed and included with each passing moment. Just when Alex thought he had seen it all, the mood suddenly shifted. "Now, let's share our wishes," One of the girls suggested, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Let's each say something we want to try this year. The girls took turns sharing their dreams and wishes. Some wanted to travel to other planets, while others wanted to learn new skills. When it was Alex's turn, he spoke about his hopes to explore the galaxy and make new friends. After Alex finished, there was a moment of silence. Then one of the girls, a vibrant alien with shimmering purple skin, stood up. "I have a different kind of wish," she declared playfully, her voice teasing. "I want to try a human." The group burst into laughter, and Alex's face turned bright red. "Wait, what do you mean?" he stammered, confused yet intrigued. The purple-skinned girl explained. "We have heard so much about humans and their emotions. It would be exciting to experience what being human is like." Lyra giggled, but she quickly noticed Alex's awkward expression. "Don't worry, Alex. It's just a fun idea. We're all curious about different cultures," she reassured him, trying to ease his discomfort. But the girls were not finished. One by one, they began to voice their own wishes to try Alex. "I want to know what it feels like to dance like a human," another girl said, her eyes sparkling mischievously. "And I want to taste human food," added another with a playful grin. The atmosphere was filled with laughter and playful teasing, but Alex felt overwhelmed. He had never been in a situation like this. I appreciate the interest, but I'm not sure how to respond," he said, scratching his head nervously. Lyra came to his rescue. "It's all in good fun, Alex. They mean it as a way to bond and learn about you," she explained, her voice soothing. "We want to connect with you on a deeper level." Though still a bit shy, Alex couldn't help but feel flattered. The girls were genuinely curious and excited about him. He took a deep breath, realizing that this was part of their culture, a way to embrace new experiences. "Okay," he said, a smile creeping onto his face. "If it's all in good fun, I'm open to it, but only if we can share experiences together." The girls cheered in delight, clapping and cheering for their new human friend. As they celebrated this unexpected twist, Alex felt a surge of warmth and acceptance. He was not just a visitor in the galactic empire. He was becoming part of a lively community eager to explore and understand the wonders of each other's worlds. Alien adventures. The day after the surprising offer from the alien girls, Alex woke up feeling excited and a bit nervous. He had agreed to join Lyra and her friends on a series of adventures, and he couldn't wait to see what they had planned. The galactic empire was full of wonders, and he was eager to explore. Lyra met Alex outside his accommodation, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "Today, we are going to visit the floating gardens of Zoreth," she announced. "You'll love it." "Floating gardens," Alex repeated, his curiosity growing. "What are they like?" "You'll see. They are a magical place where plants float in the air and create beautiful colors," Lyra explained, leading the way. As they walked through the bustling streets, Alex admired the sights. The buildings were tall and made of strange materials that changed colors under the sunlight. Aliens hurried by on their hoverboards, laughing and chatting in different languages. Alex felt a thrill of excitement at being part of this vibrant world. When they arrived at the floating gardens, Alex couldn't believe his eyes. The gardens were a breathtaking sight. Huge, colorful flowers floated gently in the air, their petals shimmering like jewels. Lyra pointed out different plants, each with its unique glow and scent. "Here, smell this," Lyra said, picking a small, glowing flower and holding it up to Alex's nose. The fragrance was sweet and refreshing. "It's called a dream blossom. It brings good dreams." Alex laughed. "I definitely need some of those." As they explored the gardens, the girls began to play games among the floating plants. One of them suggested a game called Petal Catch. The goal was to catch floating petals that drifted down from the flowers. Alex joined in, trying to grab the petals as they floated by. He laughed as he stumbled and fell into a patch of soft grass, earning cheers from the girls. "Good try, Alex." Lyra giggled, helping him up. "You'll get better." After playing for a while, the group decided to relax and enjoy the beauty around them. They found a quiet spot near a shimmering pond filled with colorful fish that glowed in the sunlight. The girls sat on the grass, and Alex joined them, feeling a sense of peace. "I never knew plants could float like this," Alex said, watching a bright red flower swirl in the air. "It's so beautiful." "Zoreth is full of surprises," Lyra replied, her voice soft. "We are lucky to live in such a magical place." As they rested, one of the girls, a cheerful alien with sparkly green skin, suggested they share stories about their worlds. Alex eagerly spoke about Earth, describing the trees, oceans, and animals. The girls listened with wide eyes, fascinated by his stories. They shared tales of their own homes, filled with magical creatures and exciting adventures. Suddenly, the cheerful alien with green skin announced, "Let's take a group photo." The girls quickly gathered around Alex, posing with big smiles. As they clicked the photo, Alex felt a warmth in his heart. These girls had welcomed him into their world, and he felt like he belonged. After their fun at the floating gardens, Lyra suggested they visit the crystal caves next. "They are full of glowing crystals that make beautiful sounds when you touch them," she explained. "Sounds amazing. Let's go," Alex replied, feeling thrilled about the next adventure. As they headed to the caves, Alex couldn't help but feel grateful. Each day in the Galactic Empire was more exciting than the last, and he was making unforgettable memories with his new friends. Little did he know, this was just the beginning of many more thrilling adventures ahead. Growing feelings. The days in the Galactic Empire continued to pass in a whirlwind of excitement and discovery. Each adventure brought Alex closer to his new friends, especially to Lyra. She had become his favorite companion, guiding him through this strange and wonderful world. As they spent more time together, Alex began to notice something special developing between them. One sunny morning, Lyra suggested they explore a nearby floating island known for its breathtaking views. "It's a perfect day for an adventure," she said with her usual enthusiasm. Alex's heart raced with anticipation. He loved every moment they shared, and the idea of seeing a beautiful island with Lyra made him feel even more excited. When they arrived at the floating island, Alex was amazed. The island was lush with vibrant flowers and trees, all hovering in the air. The view from the edge was stunning, with clouds drifting below them, and the sun shining brightly above. Lyra led Alex to a cliff where they could see everything. "Wow, this is incredible," Alex exclaimed, taking in the view. The beauty of the place left him speechless. Lyra smiled brightly. "I knew you would love it. It's my favorite spot." She sat down on the grass, and Alex joined her. They sat side by side, the warm sun casting a golden glow over them. As they gazed at the horizon, Alex felt a growing connection with Lyra. Her laughter, her kindness, and the way she made him feel at ease were unlike anything he had ever experienced. He glanced sideways at her, watching her joyful expression as she pointed out different shapes in the clouds. "Look, that cloud looks like a giant fish," Lyra said, giggling. Alex chuckled. "And that one looks like a spaceship." Their laughter echoed in the air, and for a moment, everything else faded away. As they shared stories and joked about the shapes in the clouds, Alex felt his heart race. He wanted to tell Lyra how much he enjoyed being with her, but the words stuck in his throat. Suddenly, Lyra turned to him, her expression serious. "Alex, can I ask you something?" "Of course. What's on your mind?" he replied, his curiosity piqued. "Do you ever feel like you belong here with us?" she asked, her eyes searching his. Alex took a deep breath, feeling vulnerable but also brave. "I do feel like I belong," he admitted, "especially with you. You make everything more fun." Lyra's cheeks flushed a soft shade of pink, and she looked away, a shy smile playing on her lips. "I feel the same way," she confessed softly. "I love showing you our world." "You make me happy, Alex." Her words sent a thrill through him. For a moment, they sat in silence, the air thick with unspoken feelings. Alex turned to Lyra, his heart pounding. "I really enjoy spending time with you," he said, his voice steady. "You're amazing, Lyra." A smile blossomed on her face, lighting up her features. "You're amazing too, Alex. I never knew I could connect with someone from another world like this." They shared a moment of understanding, a bond that felt deeper than friendship. The sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. It was a perfect backdrop for what Alex hoped would be a new chapter in their relationship. As they headed back to the city, Alex walked a little closer to Lyra, feeling a spark between them. He couldn't shake the feeling that something beautiful was beginning to blossom. With each adventure, he realized that his heart was opening up in ways he never expected. And with Lyra by his side, he was ready to embrace whatever came next. Misunderstandings and lessons. As the days turned into weeks, Alex and Lyra's friendship grew stronger. They shared laughter, adventures, and special moments. But as their bond deepened, so did the complexities of their feelings. Alex often found himself daydreaming about Lyra, but he was also uncertain about how to express what he felt. One day, the girls invited Alex to a special celebration called the Night of Stars. It was a festival where everyone gathered to watch the night sky fill with shooting stars. Excited, Alex prepared for the evening, hoping to share this magical moment with Lyra. When he arrived at the gathering, the atmosphere was electric. Bright lights twinkled around the park, and the air was filled with the scent of sweet treats. Aliens danced, played games, and shared stories as they waited for the stars to appear. Alex spotted Lyra among the crowd, and his heart raced. She looked stunning in her glowing dress, which sparkled like the night sky. "Hey, Alex," Lyra called out, waving. He rushed over to her, eager to spend the evening together. "Wow, you look amazing," Alex said, trying to hide his nervousness. "Thank you. I'm so glad you came," she replied, her eyes shining with joy. As the night unfolded, Alex and Lyra enjoyed the festivities, sharing laughter and sweet snacks. But as the stars began to fill the sky, Alex noticed something that made his heart sink. A group of alien boys approached Lyra, their eyes sparkling with interest. They complimented her and asked her to dance. Lyra, feeling flattered, smiled and agreed to join them. Alex watched from a distance, his heart heavy with jealousy. He wanted to join them, to protect his growing feelings for Lyra, but something stopped him. He felt shy and unsure of himself. As he stood alone, doubt crept into his mind. Did Lyra really like him, or was she just being friendly? He began to think that maybe she didn't see him as more than just a friend. The joy of the night faded, and he felt like an outsider. After a while, Lyra returned to Alex, her face lit with excitement. "That was fun. They were really nice," she said, her energy contagious. But Alex's smile was forced. "Yeah, I saw," he replied, trying to sound cheerful but failing. "Are you okay? You seem a bit off." Lyra noticed, her expression changing. "I'm fine," he said quickly, not wanting to share his feelings. But deep down, he felt hurt and misunderstood. As the night went on, the shooting stars began to appear, and everyone gasped in awe. But Alex's heart was heavy, and he struggled to enjoy the moment. Lyra continued to talk and laugh with others, but Alex felt distant. After the festival ended, Lyra walked Alex home. The silence between them felt thick and uncomfortable. Finally, as they reached Alex's door, Lyra turned to him, her eyes filled with concern. "Alex, what's wrong? You've been acting strange all night," she asked gently. I don't know," he admitted, feeling vulnerable. "I thought we were having fun, but then you danced with those guys, and I felt left out." Lyra's eyes widened in surprise. "Oh, Alex, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. They were just being friendly." Alex sighed, realizing his mistake. "I guess I let my feelings get the best of me. I wasn't sure if you liked me as more than a friend." Lyra smiled softly, her expression warm. "Of course I like you, Alex. You mean so much to me. I thought you understood that." In that moment, Alex felt a weight lift off his shoulders. They both had misunderstood each other, but now they could talk openly. "I'm sorry for not saying how I felt," he said, looking into her eyes. "I really like being with you." "And I really like being with you too," Lyra replied, her smile brightening. They stood close, and for the first time, Alex felt the spark between them ignite. Through misunderstandings, they learned the importance of communication. As they shared a laugh and a warm hug, Alex knew their friendship was growing into something even more special. Together, they were ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead. The Galactic Games. The following week brought excitement to the Galactic Empire as the Galactic Games were announced. It was a grand competition where participants from different planets showcased their skills and talents in various sports and games. Alex could feel the buzz of excitement in the air as he walked through the bustling streets of Zorath Prime. Lyra met Alex outside his accommodation, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "Are you ready for the games?" she asked, bouncing on her toes. "I can't wait. What events will you participate in?" Alex replied, feeling the energy of the upcoming competition. "I'm competing in the hoverboard race and the floating frisbee challenge. They're super fun," Lyra explained, her excitement contagious. "And you should join us too." Alex hesitated for a moment. "I've never done anything like this before. What if I embarrass myself?" Lyra took his hand, her grip firm and encouraging. "Don't worry. It's all about having fun. Plus, I'll be right there with you." With her support, Alex decided to join the hoverboard race. He had seen many aliens zooming around on their hoverboards, and it looked thrilling. The thought of gliding through the air excited him, even if it made him a little nervous. On the day of the Galactic Games, the park was transformed into a vibrant arena filled with colors, lights, and excited spectators. Stands were packed with aliens cheering for their favorite participants. Banners from various planets waved in the breeze, and the atmosphere was electric. Alex and Lyra arrived at the hoverboard arena, where participants practiced their skills. The track was designed with twists, turns, and even floating obstacles. Lyra showed Alex how to ride the hoverboard, guiding him step by step. "Just lean slightly and keep your balance," she instructed, demonstrating her skills with grace. After a few tries, Alex began to feel more confident. He zoomed around the practice area, laughing and enjoying the thrill of riding. "This is awesome," he exclaimed, his fears melting away. As the race began, Alex lined up with the other competitors. Lyra cheered from the sidelines, waving a bright banner. The countdown started, and Alex's heart raced. 3, 2, 1, go. The signal blared, and they were off. Alex pushed off hard, the hoverboard gliding beneath him. He felt the rush of wind on his face as he maneuvered through the twists and turns of the track. At first, he fell behind, but he remembered Lyra's words. "Just keep your balance." He focused on the path ahead, watching the other racers. One by one, he began to catch up. The crowd cheered as he picked up speed, feeling the thrill of the competition. With each turn, he gained confidence, his heart soaring with excitement. Suddenly, Alex spotted an obstacle ahead, a floating ring. He remembered Lyra's practice and aimed for it. He leaned forward, weaving through the ring perfectly. Cheers erupted from the crowd as they watched him navigate through the tricky course. With the finish line in sight, Alex gave it his all. He zoomed past the final turn, crossing the finish line with a burst of energy. He couldn't believe it. He had finished in third place. As he stepped off the hoverboard, he was met with loud cheers from the crowd, and a proud Lyra. "You did it, Alex. I knew you could," she shouted, wrapping him in a warm hug. "Thanks for believing in me," he replied, grinning from ear to ear. The excitement of the race still buzzed in his veins. After the hoverboard race, they headed to the floating frisbee challenge, where the participants tossed glowing frisbees through floating hoops. Alex felt a sense of accomplishment and eagerness to join in again. As they played, laughter filled the air, and the atmosphere was filled with joy. Alex realized that the Galactic Games were more than just competitions. They were a celebration of friendship, teamwork, and fun. By the end of the day, Alex felt closer to Lyra and the other girls than ever before. The games had brought them together, creating memories that would last a lifetime. Alex smiled to himself, grateful for the new experiences and the growing bond with Lyra. He couldn't wait to see what adventures awaited them next. A challenge to peace. The excitement from the Galactic Games began to settle, but a sense of unease started to creep into the peaceful atmosphere of Zorath Prime. Alex and Lyra enjoyed their time together, but whispers of tension among some alien factions reached their ears. The Galactic Empire was vast, and not all planets shared the same views or values. One evening, while sitting in the park and watching the stars, Lyra turned to Alex with a serious expression. "I've heard that the Thraconians and Zentari are having problems. They might be planning to clash during the upcoming peace talks," she said, her voice filled with concern. "Why would they do that?" Alex asked, confused. He had learned about the importance of cooperation among planets during his time in the Empire. "They disagree on resource sharing and territory," Lyra explained, her brow furrowing. "It's been a long-standing issue. If they can't come to an agreement, it could lead to conflict." Alex felt a knot in his stomach. The idea of war in such a beautiful place was terrifying. "Is there anything we can do to help?" he asked, feeling determined to make a difference. Lyra thought for a moment. "There might be a way. We could organize a gathering to promote peace before the talks. If people see that we want to unite rather than fight, it could make a difference." Excited by the idea, Alex nodded. "Let's do it. We can invite everyone and create an atmosphere of friendship and understanding." The next day, Alex and Lyra rallied their friends and began planning the peace gathering. They spread the word to the girls from the Galactic Games and others they had met. The news quickly spread, and soon, many aliens expressed their support. On the day of the gathering, the park was transformed into a vibrant celebration of unity. Banners representing different planets hung from trees, and colorful lights twinkled in the evening sky. Aliens of all shapes and sizes gathered, creating a kaleidoscope of colors and cultures. As the event began, Alex took to the stage, feeling nervous yet excited. He cleared his throat, trying to project confidence. "Welcome, everyone. We are here to celebrate peace and friendship among our planets," he said, his voice strong. "We may have differences, but we can learn from each other and grow together." The crowd cheered, and Alex felt a wave of encouragement. Lyra joined him on stage, her presence reassuring. "Let's share stories and experiences from our worlds," she said, beaming. "We can find common ground." As the evening progressed, aliens shared their cultures through music, dance, and storytelling. The atmosphere was lively and joyful. People laughed, danced, and made new friends, breaking down barriers that had existed for far too long. However, not everyone was pleased. Alex noticed a group of Thraconians and Zentari standing together, their faces serious and tense. They seemed skeptical of the gathering, whispering to each other as they watched. Feeling brave, Alex approached them. "Hi, I'm Alex, and I believe we can all find a way to work together," he said, hoping to bridge the gap. One of the Thraconians glared at him. "What do you know about our struggles?" he challenged. Alex took a deep breath. "I know that fighting won't solve anything. But if we listen to each other, we can find solutions," he replied sincerely. "I've seen how powerful friendship can be. Just look around at all these people celebrating together. The Thraconians exchanged glances, uncertainty in their eyes. Finally, one spoke up, "Perhaps you're right. But it's hard to trust when there's so much history between our peoples." "I understand," Alex said, nodding. "But trust can start small. Let's talk and share our concerns. We all want a better future, don't we?" The Zentari in the group softened, and the Thraconians hesitated, considering his words. "Maybe we can start with a conversation," one of them finally said, looking less hostile. Encouraged, Alex invited them to join the gathering. "Let's share our stories and see how we can support each other," he suggested. As the evening continued, more people joined in the conversation, sharing their experiences and hopes. Alex felt a sense of hope rising within him. Perhaps with understanding and open hearts, they could overcome their differences. The gathering ended on a hopeful note, with laughter echoing through the park. Alex and Lyra exchanged proud smiles, knowing they had taken the first steps toward building a bridge between their worlds. They realized that even in the face of challenges, there was always a chance for peace and unity. Together, they could create a brighter future for the Galactic Empire. A new chapter begins. The days following the peace gathering were filled with a renewed sense of hope in the Galactic Empire. The Thraconians and Zentari began to communicate more openly, and their leaders agreed to meet for discussions. Alex and Lyra watched as friendships blossomed and barriers broke down, bringing people together in ways they had never imagined. One sunny afternoon, Alex and Lyra were walking through the bustling streets of Zorith Prime. The city felt alive with joy and laughter as everyone celebrated the progress made toward peace. Shops displayed colorful banners, and the scent of delicious food filled the air. It was a perfect day. "Look at all the smiles around us," Lyra said, beaming. "It's amazing how much has changed in such a short time." Alex nodded, feeling grateful to be part of this transformation. "I never thought we could make such a big difference, but we did it together." He glanced at Lyra, feeling a warm sense of connection growing between them. As they walked, they stopped by a cafe with outdoor seating. Lyra suggested they take a break and enjoy some treats. "I heard they have the best galactic fruit smoothies here," she exclaimed. They sat at a small table, and Lyra ordered 2 smoothies. As they waited, Alex couldn't help but admire her enthusiasm. She had a way of making every moment feel special, and he cherished their time together. When the smoothies arrived, Alex took a sip, and his eyes widened. "Wow, this is incredible," he said, savoring the sweet and refreshing flavors. "You were right. I always know the best spots." Lyra laughed, her eyes sparkling. "I'm so glad we're having this moment together." As they enjoyed their drinks, Alex decided it was the right time to express what he had been feeling. "Lyra, I want to thank you for everything. You believed in me from the start. You made me feel welcome here, and I can't imagine this place without you," he said, his heart pounding. Lyra looked surprised but happy. "Alex, you've brought so much joy to my life. I never thought I could connect with someone from another world like this." "You've changed me too," she said softly. Their eyes met, and Alex felt a rush of warmth. "I think what we have is special," he said, feeling brave. "I want to see where this takes us." Lyra's cheeks flushed, and she smiled. "I feel the same way. I want to explore this connection with you. Let's see where this journey leads us." As they finished their smoothies, Alex's heart soared with hope. He realized that their friendship had grown into something beautiful and meaningful. The bond they had formed was unlike anything he had ever experienced. Just then, a familiar voice called out, "Alex, Lyra." It was Zuri, one of the girls from the Galactic Games, running toward them with a big smile. "You won't believe the news. The peace talks between the Thraconians and Zentari are going really well. They've agreed to work together on a new resource-sharing plan." "That's amazing," Lyra exclaimed, jumping up in excitement. Alex joined her, feeling a sense of joy swell in his chest. Zuri continued, "And there's more. They want to hold a festival to celebrate the peace. They're inviting everyone from all the planets to join. Wow, that sounds incredible, Alex said, his mind racing with the possibilities. A festival would be the perfect way to unite everyone and celebrate their shared achievements. As they discussed the upcoming festival, Alex felt a sense of purpose. He and Lyra could help organize the event, bringing even more people together. "Let's make it the best festival ever," Lyra said, her eyes shining with excitement. Together, they planned to create activities, music, and food from different planets. Alex felt inspired, knowing that this festival would not only celebrate peace, but also their growing connection. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the city, Alex looked at Lyra and smiled. They were on the brink of a new chapter in their lives, one filled with adventure, friendship, and love. With each step they took together, they knew they were building a future that was bright and full of possibilities. With a heart full of hope and excitement, Alex realized that he had found his place in this extraordinary galaxy, and with Lyra by his side, he was ready to embrace whatever came next. Together, they would make a difference, not just for themselves, but for the entire galactic empire,